you noticed your heart racing for no reason, even when you're just sitting still? Or maybe your blood pressure or cholesterol crept up after age 45, even though nothing else in your life changed? What if that's not just stress or getting older, but your hormones quietly reshaping your heart health? Why isn't anyone talking about how menopause and the drop in estrogen can literally change the rhythm of your heart? Because here's the truth. In Australia, heart disease kills 3 times more women than breast cancer, and yet most women have never had a heart health check. Welcome back to Hot and Healthy Menopause. I'm Nicole van Hattem, your menopause coach and your retreat-loving guide through this midlife adventure. Menopause isn't just a reproductive milestone, it's a cardiovascular turning point. Today, we're diving into how declining estrogen impacts your cardiovascular system, the real risks for women after menopause, and the powerful things you can do to protect your most vital organ, your heart. The hormonal heart connection. Estrogen isn't just about reproduction. It's one of your body's most powerful cardiovascular protectors. It keeps your arteries flexible, balances cholesterol, regulates body fluids, and even helps your heart muscle contract efficiently. When estrogen levels fall during perimenopause and menopause, several changes happen. Arteries become stiffer and less responsive. LDL, the bad cholesterol, increases. HDL, the good cholesterol, can drop. Blood pressure rises. Fat redistributes from hips and thighs to the abdomen, increasing cardiac risk. Estrogen is your heart's secret superhero. When she retires, it's your turn to take over the job. Women who experience early menopause before the age of 45 or have had their ovaries removed face up to double the risk of heart disease compared to women who transition naturally. Heart disease and women in Australia. According to the Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute and HCF, heart disease is the leading cause of death for Australian women. It kills about 3 times more women than breast cancer, yet few women realise they're at risk. Let's break it down. Heart disease is the number 1 killer of women in Australia. Women die from it at triple the rate of breast cancer. After menopause, the risk skyrockets because estrogen, the natural heart protector, declines. We've been taught to check our breasts, but how often do we check our blood pressure or cholesterol? That drop in estrogen triggers higher total and LDL cholesterol, higher blood pressure, weight gain around the stomach, increased inflammation and insulin resistance. These changes create a perfect storm for cardiovascular disease. But here's the empowering part. Many of these risks are reversible. Good versus bad cholesterol. Cholesterol itself isn't bad. It's vital for hormone production, brain health, and cell repair. It becomes a problem only when the balance shifts between the good and bad kinds. HDL, the good cholesterol. HDL, high-density lipoprotein, acts like your heart's cleanup crew. It gathers excess cholesterol and takes it to the liver for disposal. The healthy range, above 1.2 mmol per litre for women, and the optimal is 1.5 mmol per litre or higher. So higher HDL equals more protection. LDL, the bad cholesterol. LDL, or low-density lipoprotein, delivers cholesterol to your body's cells, but in excess it sticks to artery walls and forms plaque, narrowing blood flow. A healthy range, below 2.0 to 2.5 mmol per litre. High risk, above 3.0 mmol per litre. Over time, high LDL and inflammation can cause atherosclerosis, hardening of the arteries. The ideal balance. Total cholesterol under 5.0 mmol per litre, HDL to LDL ratio at least 1 to 3, ideally 1 to 2, and non-HDL cholesterol, which is the LDL plus triglycerides, under 3.9 mmol per litre. It's not about eliminating cholesterol, it's about balancing it. Think of HDL as your heart's housekeeper and LDL as the clutter. You want more cleaning and less buildup. Regular testing matters. Your GP can run a lipid panel, or you can use tools like the Zinzino Balance Test, which reveals your omega-6 to 3 ratio, a deeper measure of inflammation and heart risk. How heart attack symptoms differ in women versus men. Here's something most women don't know. Heart attack symptoms look different in women. Men often experience the classic movie moment, the crushing chest pain radiating down the left arm. But women, we're more likely to have quieter, slower building signs that are easy to dismiss. Men's typical symptoms: heavy, crushing chest pain or tightness, pain in the left arm or shoulder, shortness of breath, cold sweats, nausea or vomiting. Women's typical symptoms: chest discomfort, not always pain, sometimes pressure or burning, shortness of breath, even at rest, unexplained exhaustion, days or weeks before, pain in the neck, jaw, shoulders or upper back, nausea, indigestion or stomach ache, dizziness, anxiety or lightheadedness. Many women describe it not as pain, but as a deep sense that something's not right. Because our symptoms can be subtle, women often delay seeking help, sometimes for hours or days. That delay can be fatal. If you ever feel any of these signs, call emergency immediately. Even if it turns out not to be a heart attack, it's always worth checking. What you can do. Knowledge is power and prevention is everything. Number 1, know your numbers. Get a heart health check with your GP every 1 to 2 years. Track things like blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, waist circumference. If you've had early menopause, PCOS, or gestational diabetes, your risk is higher, so start early. 2, lifestyle matters. Move your body. Aim for 150 minutes a week of moderate activity. Walking, dancing, swimming, or even gardening all count. Think of exercise as medicine for your arteries. Eat Mediterranean. Olive oil, fish, leafy greens, whole grains, legumes and nuts. Fewer processed foods. This helps lower LDL, raise the HDL and reduce inflammation. Reduce caffeine. Caffeine can raise heart rate, blood pressure and anxiety, especially when estrogen fluctuates. If you haven't yet, go back and listen to my episode, Caffeine, Sleep and Menopause. You'll learn how your tolerance changes and what smarter swaps you can make. Quit smoking completely. Even secondhand smoke increases cardiovascular risk. Limit alcohol. 1 small drink occasionally is fine, but more than that raises triglycerides and blood pressure. Prioritize sleep. Poor sleep increases cortisol and inflammation. Manage stress. Chronic stress keeps your cortisol high and blood pressure elevated. Try yoga, breathwork, journaling, or a weekend retreat to reset. A calm nervous system equals a calm heartbeat. Hormones, heart, and MHT. Let's talk about menopausal hormone therapy, MHT. For most healthy women under the age of 60 or within 10 years of menopause, MHT can actually protect your heart by improving cholesterol, blood vessel function, and insulin sensitivity. Timing is everything. Start early and it's protective. Start late and the benefits drop. Always discuss MHT with a menopause-informed GP. It's not a one-size-fits-all, but it's worth exploring. Other supportive tools. Zinzino Balance Test and the Balance Oil Plus. This helps to track and balance omega ratios for anti-inflammatory protection. The Xenobiotic Plus, that supports the gut health and the cholesterol balance. Magnesium helps lower blood pressure and relax muscles. And menopause retreats. Yoga, clean food, massage, sleep. or reduce heart strain and help your body recalibrate. Stress, weight, and the midlife shift. During perimenopause, stress becomes your biggest invisible heart risk. Cortisol spikes increase abdominal fat, blood sugar, and blood pressure, and they suppress estrogen further. It's not just about what you eat or how you move. It's all about how you recover. Here are some tips. Start your day with deep breathing, not your phone. Do a 10-minute walk after meals. Schedule joy. Laughter lowers blood pressure. Join supportive women's groups or circles. Your heart doesn't just respond to food or exercise. It responds to your emotions and environment. If you're ready to understand your hormones, manage stress, and build a menopause lifestyle that protects your heart, I'd love to work with you. My coaching programs are designed for midlife women ready to thrive. You can find more at NicoleVanHattem.com. Listener Q&A. My smartwatch says my heart rate spikes at night. Is that menopause or something else? Here's your answer. Hormonal changes can cause palpitations, but it's always worth checking for thyroid issues or heart rhythm changes. If you ever feel chest tightness, shortness of breath, or dizziness, seek help immediately. Menopause isn't the end of heart health. It's your invitation to take charge. Your heart is your lifelong companion, and she deserves your attention as much as your hormones do. So eat the rainbow, move your body, breathe deeply, and sleep like your life depends on it, because it does. Remember to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode, and share this one with someone you know will benefit. Connect with me on Instagram or LinkedIn, and you can find the show notes, some statistics, and heart health resources at NicoleVanHattem.com. Until next time, stay hot, stay healthy, and keep your heart open. Thanks for listening to Hot and Healthy Menopause. If today's episode helped you, please follow the show and share it with a friend who's also navigating the transition. And remember, you'll find my free menopause symptom tracker, retreat recommendations, and more resources at NicoleVanHattem.com. This is your time to thrive, and I'll be right here to guide you through it.